To me, it's the most miraculous of the things that we've done so far, because the way it works is I just give the kids a first line. I make up some first line off the top of my head, and I have it be as odd as I can be. I try to have it make no sense at all. I just sit in my room and I write these weird first lines, and then I cut them up, put them in a box, and they draw a first line. And then based on that first line, they have to sit and write a poem with that first line as the springboard. And so we simply call these our first line poems. And I put multiple first lines in, so you'll hear some of the kids start with the same first line, which is kind of cool too, because they go in different places. So these are our first line poems, with Jessica on piano behind us.
When the distance grew, the words broke. My lack of time for you has clearly come between us, as evidenced by the new cuts across your wrists. I didn't mean for things to end like this, dramatically, hysterically. I lie awake at night listening to my phone vibrate. Over and over and over that phone goes off. It torments me, saying, "Look what we had, and look at what you turned me into."
I'm reading for Kathleen Sterling. A man said suddenly, the grace of the funeral was golden. A woman broke out in a silent song spun in velvet, soft to the touch. A child ran for the crimson box, slipping through the cracks in the stairs. The mother danced in long strides, grasping the air. The gunman said suddenly, the grace of the funeral was golden. A woman broke out in silent, pleading sobs, hands dripping in blood, sticky to the touch. A child ran for the parent, lying in crimson pools, only to join in the cracks of death. The mother danced in long strides, grasping for her child.
Darkness, experimental, and public are three things that I am afraid of. City lights are broken down onto the floor and cut up my feet as I walk through it. It doesn't hurt. I'm no longer hidden by these toothless mouths dropped to the floor. The reflections are in the open for all to see me scavenge what is their trash but to me is precious. Please, madam, please, she speaks to the ring that is black. They follow my shadow, which moves a different story than reality, fantasy. Excuse me, miss, could you direct me to the way of her screams? The back of my mouth is ripped from the root, while my mouth fills up with regretful words. They will soon rain upon my head that follows me around, this unbreakable gaze. Soon I'll be toothless like them all.
Darkness, experimental, and public, coating their hands and faces, thick, black oil. They watch it fall from our blackened sky. I am sorry, we mumble, against our slippery lips. Slick, silenced, sealed. A living force into shadow, walks around the dirtied streets, lock into their eyes. The darkness is burning there. That fire, once a background, ignited its way across the river of sorrow, of pain. And it was a mistake, just one too many wrongs, going unfixed. Scarred into their skin, in every movement, making you see. Don't forget the darkness there, experimental and public.
Reflecting the lost light from your eyes, blindsided, you left us. Leaping from the puddle that suffocated your silence. Pause. Listen to the memories. Screaming to be brought forth, to be broken free of all these weights. They don't know anything. Creeping inside your open soul, taking all that is yours. Making you suffer, turning metal into fire. The shackles holding you down, now burning your skin. Echoing laughter, the only noise in the room. They already tore off your mouth, ripped out your lungs. Laying limp on the stone floor, almost complete. And in your last breath, through the gap where they sawed off your nose, you find your tranquility to carry you to bliss.
The pushing headlights dressed the house with day. A man of starved conscience had arrived. The windowsill beckons that it's time to play. Time to climb the stars in the sky as if the constellations were ladders of rebellion. Conjure up another lie when your parents see you creep by the living room. You're only visiting a friend's. You wish their nonchalance was pretend. Almost. You wish they cared. But whatever. It's time to go. The car reeks of stale beer and a freshly lit cigarette. And I bet you never thought that this night would be so damn hard to forget. Where are we headed? He speaks through candy-coated lips as he leans in for a kiss. Your mouths meet at last, and suddenly the words are urgent. The park of Blackover seems trustworthy. So as the dark road unfolds behind you, you don't realize what you're getting into. The grass is desert dry, full to the brim of an endless summer. Doubts, they come one after the other like firecrackers, as they explode and shock your eardrums, like a nose suddenly pricking an oblivious thumb. But no, only children run. So as your head burrows in the grass, and your body and lungs shriek no, your brain tumbles through doors never opened before. You lock your eyes shut, you cannot open them, for if you did, it'd be the last breath of you. Suddenly it's over. It's an ending, unlike the tear of the red tape. It's a finale like the last shovel full of dirt placed on top of the coffin of a loved one. It's a terrible feeling, like the midwinter set of sun.
Pushing headlights dress the house with day. The passenger seat, empty. A lost love sits heavy in your heart, dragging it down, farther and farther, giving you soulless eyes that shine no more. Don't know where to go next. The signs say keep going, but you're not thinking straight. A dizzy memory only brings you back so far. How could I let that happen? You demand to know. But who are you fooling? No one can answer that, not even you. You take a last glance up at the starry night. The cold, unforgiving air sends chills on your skin. Close your eyes and think about the engine growling, reminding you there is a way out of this.
The pushing headlights dressed the house with day as he sped closer, realizing too late that the road he sought in front of him did not exist. The pavement turned to gravel, and the yellow reflection of his high beams screamed dead end to the midnight air. Trapped from behind by the wailing siren, he pressed on until the splintering wood and the crunching of metal on metal smashed him to a stop.
When the distance grew, words broke. I'm chained to the brick walls of my soul. Your presence, your silhouette, your disgusting face sucks the lasting life I carry. From these fragile bones, you looked. For that second seemed like hours. Eyes that can shatter anyone. The white flag will never rise. I stand in the concrete floors to keep me standing. Your broken lies fade like the memory of your existence.
My shoulders rose, my kisses were fiction. I realized I'm not as bright as I thought. Everything is fading like a repressed memory, and I'm left motionless in the rain. The drops are the tears you cried, the words you left, razor blades ripping through my body. I look up and realize that I'm seeing for the first time. And what I see is that you're not standing there anymore. The rain falls silently, heavily, each drop a tear you cried.